Before we get started, I want to quickly let you know that we are doing a massive crypto giveaway that is exclusive only to our YouTube subscribers. So one of you will have the opportunity to win over £10,000 worth of prizes. We're giving away a 13-inch MacBook Pro, a Ledger X for you to store your cryptos. We're also putting £1,000 worth of Bitcoin direct into your trading account and giving away a lifetime membership to our online training program, yourcryptoclub.com, which is a comprehensive and easy to follow online course and support, which has all of our proven money making strategies. And lastly, an opportunity to attend our live virtual crypto mastery workshop, where you'll learn how to invest your money safely and securely with our low risk and highly profitable strategies. All you have to do to enter is hit the subscribe button and you'll automatically be entered into this giveaway. All the terms and conditions are in the description box below. We wish you the best of luck. Go ahead and subscribe now. And without any further ado, let's get started with today's video. Welcome to the Trades of the Week, where myself, Marcus de Maria, and my head trader, Dennis Sahlström, take you through what we have been investing in both stocks, but also cryptos, using several strategies like our Buffalo, VCA and CCA strategies. And we have one hell of a show for you today, because we are going to be discussing what the hell and why did cryptos drop so much overnight. We've got several theories of what could have happened, and we've got some amazing stocks for you to look at, both for the Buffalo and the VC as well. In fact, one of them we are in and we can't wait, because a big exchange, you might know it, you might even be in yourself, actually went public. A crypto going public is absolutely fantastic. It's a real milestone. So I can't wait to get started in the Trades of the Week. Okay, so Dennis, let's have a look at what has happened since last week.
Absolutely. So in regards of the Buffaloes, we are in a few. We're not showing those today because they've gone up a bit and down a bit. Among those, Spotify, Shopify, Booz Allen, Electronic Arts. So we have some long ones.
I wish we'd never gotten into Booz Allen. It just goes sideways and doesn't go anywhere. Anyway, that's the way it is sometimes.
How
okay.
Dare you? Okay, fine.
Okay, fine.
So we're looking at Kirkland Lake Gold, another gold company. We're looking to short.
Yeah, we were looking to short, and it had to get us in here. Remember, it's always 1% below this lovely small candle. So tell us what happened.
Yeah, and it just continued higher, so we never got in.
Yeah, so therefore it never went below, so we didn't get in. Now it looks like a loss, but actually that is just a no trade.
So always use a stop order. Very important to be patient.
A stop order to get in, and obviously a stop loss to get out as well. Do we have anything else? I mean, there's not much happening in the market. People are saying, because we're coming out of COVID, this could be a boost to the market. However, Joe Biden, the current president, is, they're looking at raising the corporate tax rate. Remember, what Trump did is he actually lowered it in order to boost the economy. They had one of the lowest tax rates in the world. And now Joe Biden, of course, is looking to raise it to 28%. Wow. But people are still saying that's not going to make a difference. So who knows?
Well, as long as they're printing money and putting that into the market and economy, it's going to be, I don't know what the effects of this will be, but we will find out sooner or later.
The best thing is just to trade with stop losses up and down. So what have we got here for people?
Yeah, so what we do is we do have a few upward trending that looks really good. Northwest, BK, Lewiston.
Yeah, close. It's northeast, but northwest is a good one as well. But this one is northeast.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's the one. Yes. And then we have a nice 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. And this just proves, by the way, that when you have a stop loss, you don't really need to know that much about the company. Make sure the fundamentals are okay, which we use a screener for.
Now, which one are you using here? Because there's a few that are, this is not an obvious one, right? Not an obvious one. There's lots, because remember, the market doesn't know that we are using Buffalo strategy, right? It doesn't know, they're going to put the stop loss there. So are you going to put it under here? Are you going to put it underneath here? Which one's the lower? Or here?
This one is the lower, but I'm going to put it underneath this area here. There's a consolidation area. I think that's going to be fine to put it underneath there.
On your head be it, Dennis. On your head be it. Okay, very good. So we're going to go into that with a stop order to get us in long. What else do we have?
Yeah, and then we have another one which I really like. We have SRG, and this is a really nice range here. It trends from around $18 up to $24, which is a great range, and it's very volatile, and we love volatility.
Yeah, and much more clear-cut. You can see the next one down is around here. So this really is, and we have a nice risk-reward ratio here. So that should be a good one. Let's see what happens. You know?
Yeah.
We don't know, but let's have a look.
Yeah, and then last but by no means least, we have a short one as well, which is Cone.
Yeah, Cyrus1 is the name of the company. Cone is the ticker, C-O-N-E. And we're looking not a red candle that you like, Dennis.
It's a green candle. It actually looks like it's breaking higher, so we have to wait and see here. So we could, what I would like to do here is to wait until we get a red closing candle, such as we got over here in the last time it went up to the resistance.
So does that mean you're not going to put a stop order to short below that? You're not going to do that?
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait until I get a red candle first.
Could be risky, Dennis. Could be risky. This time next week, you might be regretting that decision. All right, so that is what we've got for you for stock. So let's see what happens this time next week. Okay, let's see what is happening in the crypto markets since last time. Let's have a look.
All right. So BNB is the first one. We looked at this. This was in the middle of March, actually. So a couple of months back. Well, 1 month back. And now we are up 100%. So 50 and 100%. So we're milking that cow.
Oh.
Moo.
Very good.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay, so milking that cow there. Very, very important to keep taking money off the table on that. I mean, that's just run up massively. By the way, one of the reasons that it's run up so massively is, of course, and that's something that we're going to be covering in the VCA section. We've got a great one for you to get into. I wonder whether you can guess what it is. I'm kind of hinting at it because Binance is, of course, an exchange coin. Are there any other exchanges that maybe did an IPO, initial public offering, on Thursday? I don't know. And that is one for our VCA strategy in just a moment. But this one has gone up massively. I mean, at some stage I was up 27,000% on this one here. It's dropped, of course, as you can see, slightly since then. So now I think I'm up around 24,000% on that.
Still pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then we have Theta as well. We've been talking about Theta, the big streaming, the decentralized streaming platform with a partnership with Samsung, a patent, really, really good. We're very excited about this project, and now it went down a bit further, so it's down 33% at the moment.
Yeah, it's interesting because it actually went up quite a lot since that time, and now it's fallen. So I guess it's kind of like almost another recent high kind of thing. It's kind of weird.
It is a new recent high. We were up 33%, and then it dropped down again. So
Anyway, so we're going to get in again. So this minus 33%. So we were minus 20, minus 33. We are going to get in again.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Excellent. And then we have CRV as well. This is Curve, the Curve token.
Yes.
Yes, Marcus seems very excited, which is good.
Am I in this one? Curve?
Yeah, you're in this one.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Marcus always asks me, am I in this one, Dennis? And
I got too many coins. Too many coins.
Well, luckily, I have a memory like a mammoth. It's good. So, but Curve, no.
I don't know what that means.
No, I've never heard it either, but it seems good. They're.
They're extinct.
Yes, moving on. And Curve now went up 100.
Keep going.
Curve went up 100%, so we took profits at 100%. But this is the importance of actually taking profits at those levels. So you can actually put orders in advance to milk the cow a little bit. So very good. Yeah. So we took some profits on Curve as well, and now you could be looking at re-entering, but we're still in, so we're waiting a bit.
Okay, good.
And then we have Uniswap. This is an interesting one.
Do take advantage of the dips. Can we just go back to the other one? Take advantage of the dips. Always do your research. If you think Curve, I don't even know what does it do?
Curve, they're a liquidity platform. So what Curve does, I know the answer to all of your questions. So we have all these liquidity platforms now that provides liquidity in the market. So some of the platforms, they have, if you're going to buy 100 Bitcoins, it's difficult to find a broker that can actually allow you to buy all that. So Curve, what they do, they actually take liquidity from a lot of different platforms to enable big investors to enter the market.
All right, very good. So if you have a look at this, you know, it was at a high of around $4.06, so 4.5. It's now down to 2.8. If you've done your research, look, this is a good time to be getting in. Always buy the dips. Don't buy as it goes up. Buy as it comes down. People say, but what if it doesn't come down? It always comes down. Look at this one here. Look at this one here. Okay, have a bit of patience. It will happen. And learn the strategies. By the way, if you want to learn our strategies and how we're making these type of returns, just comment below and we will direct message you. Okay, so go ahead and do that if you want. You were just talking about, we forgot about this one, right?
We did. We took this screenshot here and we talked about this on the 17th of December, just before Christmas. And oh boy, what a Christmas gift this would have been.
And so let me ask you a question, okay? Let's have a look at the next slide.
Yeah. There we go.
How come we didn't show it?
It's a good...
Because you forgot, Mammoth.
No.
Yeah, good one, eh?
Very good.
Yeah.
No. But I think we discussed this before, right? We show you new cryptos, new VCs, new buff every single week. So at some point it's going to be very difficult to show you because we're going to be sitting here for 2 hours showing you cryptos. So it's so important that you keep track of your portfolio, obviously. And we're going to do our best to support you on that. But we will come back to some of these just to show you important points. So if you would have taken advantage when it went down back in December, you would now be looking at a 744% profit.
And it would have been a lot more up here, right? A lot more up there. Okay,
absolutely.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So do your research. By the way, it has fallen. So if this is your first entry point from the recent high, have a look. Make sure it is at least minus 20% from there. Oh, no. On the small caps, minus 25. Would you call this a small cap? It's kind of medium,
yeah,
right?
it's kind of in the middle. So you could do this as a CCA if you do your research and think it's a good enough project.
Yeah, okay. Very, very good. I mean, what's happening really in the markets right now is that there has been a huge crash in the market. Well, a huge crash. Why am I now talking like everybody else? It's a huge crash. It's not that huge, right? But there are many, many different reasons. They're talking about a power outage in Xinjiang, is that right?
Yeah, in China, exactly. Yeah.
In China. There's me trying to get, local, and he's like, in China. Okay, fine. But also about the potential decline in the BTC mining hash rate. So there's lots of different reasons it could be. There's also some indicators that have been saying we're long overdue for a pullback. But generally speaking, I think it might also be some market manipulation, unfortunately, where Wall Street is looking to get in, but it was at quite a high, pushing it down, so that they can get in at a low, because long term, of course, we're very bullish on Bitcoin and the others as well.
Yeah, and one reason also is when the market crashes or dips, as we could call it as well, then a lot of people, I think it was over $10 billion got liquidated. So traders who were using margin, other people's money or the broker's money, and it went down too much. So they automatically got their positions closed and lost all their money.
Yeah.
And when that happens, it just keeps going, right? It liquidates next, the next. So we have a cascade of selling orders, which then makes the markets go down a lot.
A cascade of selling orders. Did you read that somewhere?
No.
A cascade of selling orders.
Look, I've lived there in 2 years now. I learned a little bit of fancy words.
Wow, that's amazing. So they're using leverage basically. So don't over leverage. In fact, we don't really use leverage. You don't really need to. You don't need to. I didn't use leverage on my 27,000%. You don't need to. But if you're desperate to make money and you don't have a lot, then people tend to leverage. But the problem is, it works very well for a while using OPM. Then they over leverage, then something like that happens and they lose everything. Maybe it's a rite of passage. Maybe you have to go through that once.
Yeah, I think
I went through that several times a long time ago.
We
about
all
21
have,
years
I
ago.
think. It's important.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I did. You didn't.
Okay.
Did you?
Which part?
Like wiped out an account?
Yeah, I've done that as well.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome to the team. That's cool.
Well, yeah.
All right, so now there are a couple of things happening. Coinbase has launched, right? But we'll talk about that on the VCA. That's a huge milestone for cryptos, that a crypto exchange went public and did its IPO, yeah? Which is absolutely fantastic. As Dennis was saying, billions, US dollar, $10 billion was liquidated amid the sell-off.
And the lesson here is to learn from it, right? Learn from it, and if that was you, if you were part of this, don't do it again, right? As long as you learn from it, it's fine, right? Marcus learned from it, I have learned from it, And now it's time to move on and just focus, right? Because some people on YouTube, they say, oh, I made this much because I used leverage. Yeah, great, right? But they don't tell you about the time when they lose everything, because that could happen the very next day.
Yeah. And you wanted to say something about Cardano.
Yeah, so we have a couple of here that you can look into. The first and obvious one would be Ethereum. So that's down 16% at the moment, so use the CCA on that. So that's one of the biggest one. We've talked about that before, but the next one is Cardano. So they are actually launching a platform for NFTs, right? They are building their blockchain, and we know Charles Hoskins has said that they are way better than Ethereum. We will see. But they are launching a platform for NFTs now to get into the game now. They're really updating everything, which is good. So I think it could be a really good one for the future. Down 25% from its high.
Fantastic. Any more for people to look at?
Yeah, we have this one as well, which is Voyager.
Ooh.
Also an exciting one.
That's a mini cap. I mean, that's a small cap.
Small cap.
That's a small cap. So you got to watch out on this one. But, there's if you believe in the future of this exchange, their CEO used to be exchange of like E-Trade, and, this guy knows what he's doing. So that's an interesting one. I mean that chart does not look good, I have to tell you. It does not look good at all, and it's even broken below. It's still touching the line, though. But minus 54%. Woo! This could be a great entry point. Now, I'm already in, so I don't know whether this is going to be a great entry point for me. But for some of you, do your research. Minus 54%, I would say, pretty good entry point.
Very good entry point.
All right, very good. Any more?
No, that's it for the crypto update.
That's it for the crypto update. So let's move on to our VCA investment strategy. Do we have any news from what happened last time?
Yes, we do. So we do have Tesla. We actually looked at this a couple of weeks ago, so 9th of March. And if you took advantage of Tesla, then you would now be up 27%.
Congratulations. Tesla is almost like a crypto. The way it moves, it doesn't quite go 100%, but it does move, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's ridiculous.
That's because it really is not an electric car play. Tesla is definitely a technology play, no doubt about that. Maybe even an AI play, maybe.
Yeah, I would say everything, right? I think these companies like Uber could be, Uber could be very interesting because they are the same thing. They've gathered so much data. So they're a data technology company. And yes, they have cars as well. That's what they're famous for.
Yeah, they have cars
as well. But there's just so much more.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Next.
Yeah. And
so what are we going to do? We're gonna take profit there, right, from the VCA?
Yeah, we're taking profits on this. We're milking the cow here. What we would do is to put a stop loss underneath, obviously, but just to keep it simple, we are for you to be able to follow along. But yes, 27% is amazing.
Very
absolutely.
Good. All right, next.
So next up would be Apple.
Apple.
We're up 10% last week.
Yes, we were. What's happened?
We're up 15%.
Oh, it's fantastic. All right, time to take profit. So therefore, we're going to put a stop loss underneath. Hopefully, it will go up a little bit more. But if not, 15% is good. Okay, what
Absolutely.
else?
And then we have the new ones after that. So
the new ones. All right. Well, the big one really is that the Coinbase, this crypto exchange, the largest in America, actually launched worth 90 billion, right? So that the crypto market is becoming more and more mainstream, and they have huge revenues as well, growing year on year. So therefore, look, you've got a profitable company going into its IPO. This is very, very good. And we've got some big funds going into it as well. Like ARK, for example, they bought a big chunk. Did you get in? That's the question. Did you get in?
Yes, I'm in Coinbase at the moment.
Yeah, I got in as well. So we're going to be using the VCA on this one here. My average price is around 345 or something. So I'm down a little bit here. So I'll be looking to enter again if it falls. If you haven't yet, this could be one for you.
But obviously, some experts say it's hugely overvalued. And I think that now in the bull market, I think this will do very well. But as soon as we get into a bear market again, oh boy, I think we could get some good entry points here then. But they will lose this revenue, and if people leave the market, if we get into a bear market again. So just be a bit careful here and don't go crazy. Make sure you follow a strategy.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've got a point here about ARK investment, but just the fact that they went in, right?
Yeah, yes, the fact they went in.
It's kind of a vote of confidence, because the CEO, Cathy Wood, is very, very well respected. Obviously, people made a lot of money when they got in back then. You have to put a lot of money in at the beginning, and you have to have access. And some people made hundreds of millions on that. But for us, this is what's left. It's crazy, really. But we can get in here.
Yeah, but that's what's so cool with cryptos, because we actually can get in a lot earlier with the big guys with smaller amounts.
That's right, we certainly can. All right, any more, or is that it?
No, we have one more, which is a Zillow group.
Zillow. Yes, Zillow. Isn't this to do with properties?
Yes.
A real estate, right? An online real estate marketplace. Okay, what's happening with them?
Yeah, so they're down 36% at the moment. It is a good company, great fundamentals, and they have a good portfolio when it comes to real estate and making good profits. So I think this could be a solid play, especially since they're doing a lot of things online as well, which is kind of, in the right time is one thing, and then during the pandemic as well. So I think this could be a good one we can make at least 20%.
Yeah, I think so. If the fundamentals are good and it's down minus 36%, time to take a little bite into that, and then it'll come down again, hopefully, in order to build up more of a position there. All right, fantastic. By the way, its earnings nearly quadrupled by jumping 258% higher since the last quarter. So it looks like things are picking up for Zillow. Well, that's it for this. So make sure, comment below. What do you think? Do you think this is a good one or not? Let's have a look at our results since last week. Let's have a look. Well, I don't think much has changed. 20th of April with the Buffalo, we're still at 21%. For some reason, it is not moving. All right, the VCA, though, we did take some profits there. So now we're up 320% on our money invested. So congratulations. On cryptos, we added another 40%, 2 times 20, milking that cow, moo. And so that's up 390. And the small cap, well, I don't know whether we're cheating here, but we kind of forgot about Uniswap. So 20% on each one gives us a whopping, I think we also took another 2 there, but I think 40% on some and 120% on Uniswap.
Yeah, we took 140, we went up 700%, so 140%, that's 20% on each step, and then 20% on Curve, that went up 100% as well.
Yeah, so basically on our money invested, obviously we're still in all of these, right? We're still in. It's not like we're out or anything like that. So if it carries on going up, there's going to be a lot more added to this. If you want to have these kind of returns, all you need to do is just comment below and say, can I learn the strategies? And we will direct message you. I hope you enjoyed the trades of the week. And if you did, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, we'd love to get some feedback from you. What do you think about the format? So for example, when we're standing here like this, do you prefer it to the way we did it before, where you can see the whole screen throughout and you can just see Dennis and I in a little corner there using Zoom? So would you prefer the format where we're in the room, so right then in the room, or do you prefer the other format where I think you could probably see more of the screen, in which case just write more screen? So tell us which one you prefer. Which one do you prefer? No, actually, no, don't tell me, because that might color things. So that is fine. Please do not do that. Dennis, okay, brilliant, fantastic. So listen, more importantly than anything else though, but do give us some feedback. Do let us know, because we want to know which one do we carry on with. And do make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you don't want to miss out on what Dennis and I are talking about in stocks, shares, for our VCA strategy, Buffalo, and cryptos. Otherwise, you'll be missing out on these kind of returns. And again, if you want to learn the strategies, how we do this, and they're very simple, but you do need to learn them. They do have rules. Then make sure you comment below and say strategies, please. Okay? Thank you so much, and we will see you next week.